Fox and Friends, VA Secretary David Shulkin told me he was going to go drain the swamp at the VA.
Who don't show up to work, who do cocaine, and are watching porn at work are going to be fired, because I'm not going to tolerate it.
As it turns out, Secretary Shulkin can't fire that employee who was watching inappropriate videos. Veterans Affairs Secretary David Shulkin joins us live now. Mr. Secretary, thank you for joining us. I was really impressed the other day when I saw a press release come out from the VA proactively saying VA is forced to delay removing an employee caught watching pornography. You want him to be fired, but for reasons of the bureaucracy, he can't be. Tell us about this story.
Well, good morning, Pete.
Good morning.
We are very serious. We are going to be making very significant changes at the VA, and we are not tolerating employees that deviate from the values of caring for veterans. And so when this situation came up where there was inappropriate viewing of materials in the presence of a veteran, we're taking a hard stance that we want this employee removed. And we do not believe that the current laws allow us to do that quickly enough. And
Mr. Secretary, that's a stark change from Secretary McDonald and the Obama administration, who opposed real accountability legislation. So in that press release, the VA, your VA said you support Congress's effort to change legislation, including the Veterans Accountability First Act. It passed the House. It's now pending in the Senate. What would that give you the authority to do?
Well, if we're going to rid the VA of employees that don't belong there, and let's remember, we're talking about the vast majority of employees who are the best that we have in this country serving our veterans. We can't let a few individuals tarnish our entire system.
Sure.
And if we're going to get rid of these employees that have lost their way, we need changes in the law, and I need the authority as Secretary to be able to remove these people immediately.
In the Senate, a law like this has faced resistance in the past. I know it all too well. In fact, AFGE, the American Federation of Government Employee Unions, the VA union, has opposed this legislation. Now, you said in the past they could be good faith partners. How are you going to overcome the resistance of unions to get something like this passed?
Well, first of all, the House did pass an Accountability Act just recently, and I think it is important that we get that through the Senate. We're working with our Chairman Isaacson, and other members of the Senate.
Does he support this bill? Because in the past he has not supported as strong of accountability language as some have wanted in Senator Isaacson. Is his office behind this bill?
Chairman Isaacson and I had a talk on Friday. We talked about this particular situation. He is fully supportive of giving us the ability to be able to get rid of employees who are acting in this type of way. So yes, the Senate, I believe, will move forward with something. I know the President is looking forward to being able to sign an accountability bill.
And Mr. Secretary, I know you were approved 100-0, but the bill that passed the House that you talked about, the accountability bill, was on a partisan vote. So this vote in the Senate, because of the strength of the unions, could end up being tight. Is the President willing to put pressure on senators who would come out against this bill?
The President has come out and said that he is fully supportive, that we need the ability to be able to act in a way that protects our veterans, and he's fully behind this.
Well, Mr. Secretary, if you can get civil service reform done at the VA and the ability to fire employees that deserve to be fired, that would be a huge move in changing the culture there. Really appreciate the proactive stance on this and giving us an opportunity to speak about it today. Thank you, Mr. Secretary.
Thank you, Pete.
You got it.